sense to take, albeit a great one, a running back at 3?
I don't think so. I would go with either Arvell Reese or David Bailey. As you said, they need help everywhere, but get that pass rush solidified. You really don't know who your quarterback's going to be. And I think there was a really instructive lesson last year when Ashton Jeanty went to the Raiders, extremely talented. Raiders had challenges on their offensive line. Cardinals still have some holes on their offensive line. I don't think this is the time or the place for Jeremiah Love in Arizona.
By the way, I meant to ask you one other thing. The trade talks with the Cardinals at 3, would that be Love teams would be coming up to get?
It could be Love, who is viewed as the #1 offensive prospect in this draft by a mile, or it could be for the Reese Bailey, who doesn't go to #2 overall to the New York Jets.
What do you think of it if you're a running back? If you're a team like the Cardinals, does it make sense to take Jeremiah Love?
No, and he's the best prospect in this draft, but when you have all of these that the Arizona Cardinals have, it just doesn't make sense. When you have guys that you've added to the roster at the running back position, go out there and get difference makers at other positions.
So, Mr. Wilmot, you have watched Gale Sayers.
Gale Sayers. Why is that funny?
Yes, and you have watched all the great running backs. I just named the 2 greatest of the Bears running backs.
Why are they laughing at that? That wasn't even funny. Gale Sayers.
I know how you feel about analytics. I know how much you enjoy those.
Analytics are stupid.
How do you feel about this new theory?
Theories.
The absolute belief now in the league that you
That's a
cannot,
theory.
the value says you don't take a running back.
I've listened and I've been moved a lot by what you guys have talked about all week, and particularly last week. And yes, I come from a place where not knowing who the quarterback is, we never know who the damn quarterback is in Chicago until now.
Yeah.
And yet that didn't stop Walker Payton from being maybe the greatest running back of all time. It didn't stop Gale Sayers. It didn't stop Gale Sayers. We never know who the quarterback was. Those teams also weren't very good. Rarely as good. Here's the problem with saying they're not good enough now to take a running back. Teams move from 4th and 5th, 4th place in the division to 1st all the time. There's 2 of them every year. I just saw the Bears do it. So, in other words, they're not good enough to take a running back. Oh, but the very next season they are. Which is, some of this stuff with analytics, common sense flows the other way. Again, you guys have persuaded me to find this. And we talked about all this. You and Bradley Allen talked about this very heavily. I'm like, all right, I got to back off this a little bit. But here's the other question. Jeremiah Love doesn't make you better. He makes your defense better. Because on 3rd and 2, you don't have to come off the field. You don't have to